Welcome. Today's report begins with a detailed analysis of a direct fire contact episode. We observe an enemy serviceman who has taken a tactical prone position behind cover and is delivering intensive small arms fire. This automatically classifies him as a priority target with a high threat level. The drone operator begins work on suppressing this active firing point. It is worth noting the objective difficulty of the task. The profile of a prone person is minimal, which significantly complicates precise targeting. Therefore, the first few drops serve as ranging shots and exert psychological pressure, forcing the shooter to cease fire and press against the ground, losing the initiative. However, the ultimate goal of the operation is complete incapacitation. The operator makes the necessary adjustments. The final phase demonstrates the effectiveness of this persistence. We see a series of precise hits that lead not only to the neutralization of the manpower but also to significant destruction of the house structure behind, which served as cover. This is an important aspect. Destroying the structure ensures that this position can no longer be used for firing in the future. The following extended segment documents the process of systematic interception of single targets in open terrain. This is a classic example of hunting in conditions lacking capital shelters. We observe a consistent behavioral pattern. Upon visual or acoustic detection of an FPV drone, enemy servicemen immediately drop to the ground. This is an instinctive attempt to reduce their silhouette, blend in with the landscape, and force the operator to miss or overshoot due to the apparatus's inertia at high speed. They are counting on a piloting error. However, the footage demonstrates the fallacy of this tactic against modern guided assets. An FPV drone is not an unguided projectile. The operator controls the attack vector until the very last moment. Dropping to the ground merely fixes the target in a static position, simplifying guidance on the final trajectory segment. The mistake they are waiting for does not happen. It is also worth noting the environmental factors. We see attempts to use micro-relief elements, high grass and stumps of felled trees. While high grass may partially obscure visual contact, it does not protect against thermal detection and creates no physical barrier against shrapnel. Stumps also prove ineffective, as operators attack at angles that allow them to bypass this obstacle. In summary, this segment illustrates that in open terrain, passive defense, freezing on the ground, is a losing strategy that leads to the methodical incapacitation of personnel. The next episode demonstrates that for experienced operators, there are no unreachable places, no matter how specific they may seem. We see the engagement of a target attempting to use a water drainage pipe under a road as a concealed, isolated spot, likely for hygiene procedures. The complexity of this strike lies in the need to intricately guide a high-speed drone into a narrow tunnel at an extremely low altitude above the water, avoiding obstacles and signal loss. The operator successfully handles this task, neutralizing the target directly inside the structure. Next, the footage returns us to large-scale, systematic combat operations. We observe an intensive series of strikes on manpower in various tactical conditions. Interceptions in open fields, operations near residential buildings, and near motorcycles. Particular attention in this block should be paid to the striking of specialized equipment, a demoning vehicle. The incapacitation of such rare engineering units is a strategic success, as it significantly limits the adversary's ability to breach minefields. This block concludes with the methodical processing of trench lines and prepared shelters, confirming total fire control over the entire sector. This segment focuses on the work of heavy bombers. We observe the methodical attrition of enemy manpower, which does not cease after sunset. Night drops utilizing thermal imaging allow for effective target engagement, depriving them of any safe rest. Next, the priority shifts to infrastructure. Operators destroy fortified shelters and eliminate enemy FPV drones right at their launch positions, acting preemptively. The culmination is a precise strike on a field fuel and lubricant depot. The bright detonation confirms success. The liquidation of such fuel reserves is a strategic strike that instantly paralyzes equipment operations and limits unit mobility in this sector. This intense episode demonstrates sequential work against a wide spectrum of targets in the sector. It all begins with an important counter-drone action. The operator detects and neutralizes a camouflaged enemy waiting drone, eliminating a hidden threat. Next, the focus shifts to the methodical clearing of manpower. We see the engagement of a target in a cellar, a reminder that sunken shelters are checked first. The following series of clips illustrates that improvised surface cover is ineffective. A soldier behind a tree, a runner vainly attempting to hide under a car, and another lying under a bush. All were timely detected and incapacitated. Particular attention should be paid to operations in difficult conditions with limited visibility. Operators effectively engage a pair of targets in dense thickets. And the final episode is filigree work in heavy fog near residential buildings. This proves that neither dense vegetation nor severe weather conditions hinder the identification and elimination of threats. The finale illustrates the flawed freeze tactic. Two soldiers freeze, hoping to become invisible. But for drone optics, they are ideal static targets. A bomber and an FPV drone instantly incapacitate them. Passive defense does not work here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you next time.